Yo, what's up guys? Today we are back on Pokemon Showdown for another ORAS OU Showdown Live. Now today we're using an offensive team with Life Orb Gengar, CB, Azumarill, Mega Aerodactyl, Life Orb Latios, to drop some Dracos on my opponent, defensive Garchomp, because that is the all-around check to every single physical attacker. I mean, if I face a team with Bisharp, Lopunny, Landorus, yeah, Garchomp's going to protect me from all of them, as well as Talonflame. And Calm Mind, Volt Switch Raikou. So we're actually going to be looking for a battle. Now this team was given to me by my boy TDK. It looks really fun, and I did want to ladder up with it a bit. I haven't used Gengar in a while, and Gengar is actually one of my favorite Pokemon to use in OU, simply because it's just so good. The taunt, it's a stall breaker in itself. If Gengar had its own form of recovery outside of like Black Sludge, I think this thing would be, I mean, it has Pain Split, which is great versus stall and stuff like that. But unfortunately, connection ladder server failed, error response not received. Please try again later. No, I'm about to try again now. So I'm gonna pause it, guys, until you find one. We'll be right back. Alright, so we have found a game. That took a while, but Gengar actually destroys his team. If I can weaken his what I'm expecting to be, actually excuse me, I have to clear my throat. This guy has Landorus, Heatran, and Garchomp, so one of these is going to be a Stealth Rocker, and the other two are either going to be defensive, and this man just put in like 4 physical walls, maybe 5 Venusaurs like that, and a Keldeo. The hell, this is like some blender. If you take out Heatran for Latios, and take out Ferrothorn, actually no, this isn't a blender team. If this is a blender team, you should see my hand. I'm literally covering every single Pokemon but Keldeo. If Keldeo's on the team, it makes it a blender team. But I think I can lead off with my Garchomp because hyper offense team. Yeah, thank you. It is good call there. If I can bop his Ferrothorn with my Azumarill, I think I'm in a good position. But he does have Venusaur to easily switch into it, so I'm actually gonna lead off with my Garchomp because I can get up rocks and hopefully scare out whatever he leads off with, as he ends up leading off with Landorus. Now I guess we'll find out right now if he is indeed Choice Scarf or not. What the hell? This man just hid behind a doll. Oh god. Are you sub SD? You are not sub SD. Oh yes you are. Well, I don't have any other play I can make besides going for Dragon Tail, which is not gonna break his sub. I'm gonna lose a Pokemon to this. What don't I need? Arrow doesn't really do too much. I mean, it checks his Venusaur, but I think, I'm gonna sack my Arrow right here. Whatever. I gotta break his sub and then revenge kill him. So he ends up SDing again. You Dawn. I'm just gonna go for Aerial Ace. So Mega Evolve, break the sub. If he has Rock Polish, that'd be interesting. Sub SD Rock Polish. What the? He'd be the fly set that we were using in Hita Fajita. But I believe I can just bring out my Raikou. And you know what? Because there's no way in hell he's staying in. I'm actually gonna go for Volt Switch. And I don't care if I lose this game right here. There's no way you are staying in. Why would you sack your Landers when you have so many switch-ins to this? I'm just gonna go for Volt Switch just to show I'm in charge, that I'm a man. And what if he predicts that? That'd be hilarious. I'm going for Volt Switch. I'm a man. See, like, I want to be a man, but I'm going for Volt Switch. I'm a man. Because whatever comes out, Gengar has a field day versus, and I want to get that switch advantage. I don't want to when you're this behind, you have to make plays to come back into the game. So I have to hope that he thinks I am Choice Specs and he switches out. As I'm just gonna go for Volt Switch. I'm gonna pause it to make some move, though. We'll be right back. Yep. See, sometimes guys, you gotta be a man. Don't always make plays like that. No. But you saw how behind I was. That Volt Switch did a lot. So I'm assuming that this Focus Blast might actually KO the Ferrothorn, considering that is Zap Plate Stab. And he doesn't even have recovery, so I can just go for Focus Blast right here, knock him out. As thankfully I do connect. Ferrothorn goes down, and that is one threat for my Latios gone. And I'm thinking that it's defensive Garchomp and Scarf Tran maybe, but he goes out into his Landorus. Okay. I'm just going to switch out into my Garchomp because he's more than likely going to go for Stone Edge. I don't see him going for SD. Why do you go for Sub when Shadow Ball was the better play, arguably? But I just didn't want to take damage on my Gengar because it can win the game. Thankfully, though, Dragon Tail will break the sub because he didn't get off that Intimidate. I didn't understand why he went for that sub, but I mean, I guess he predicted my switch. Cool play, I guess. And he gets a crit on top of that. That is pretty annoying, not gonna lie, but this actually has a field day versus his team now that Ferrothorn is gone as well, and I'm actually not gonna predict his switch. I'm just gonna go right for the hidden power. I expect him to go out into either his Venusaur, or not really Venusaur, but most likely his Heatran. But unfortunately, he did crit my Garchomp. That would not have knocked me out. I'm defensive Garchomp, even at +2 in Landers. With Landers T's incredible offensive typing, offensive stats anyway. But I'm able to hit the Heatran upon switching, as it turns out that he is... Then are you Scarf Chomp? Because that could actually be a problem too. But I'm just going to Vulture Stun out of there. I think I'm going to go directly into Gengar because I don't want to risk my Azumarill getting burnt. Yeah, I'm anticipating him. Also, if he wants to go for Toxic, that's fine too. Or even get up his Stealth Rock. I don't mind that. But he goes for the Magma Storm right here, as he's able to blow me back. I don't know if he has Protect or not, but... And I can't switch out anyway. I'm just going to go for Shadow Ball just to get off some damage on whatever. As he actually ends up going out into Venusaur, trying to dodge a Focus Blast right there. And Venusaur being weakened is also amazing for my Raikou. So I'm going to go, as well as my Azumarill, which will soon have no switchings on my opponent's part of the field. Or on my opponent's side. So because he is Magma Storm Tran, I'm thinking that he is actually Stealth Rock Garchomp. He may get Evolves with Venusaur, doesn't matter because I'm able to knock it out with the Psy Shock. And yeah, I'm pretty sure my Calm Mind Raikou can easily win the game, as well as my Latios at this point. Garchomp comes out. I'm switching into Azumarill. I don't know what you are, but I'm switching into Azumarill. As he goes for Toxic. Okay, now cool play, because he definitely, what was it called? I don't think he's Scarfed now, so that's great for me because that means that my Raikou can win once it Calm Minds up on his Heatran or something like that. But I'm actually just gonna go for Play Rough right here, as he goes right for the Earthquake, as I'm able to knock out his Garchomp, and I'm gonna be taking the defensive or the Rocky Helmet plus his Rough Skin, and Azumarill is gonna go down. But at this point, I'm pretty sure my either my Raikou or my Latios just wins. I'm just going to go directly into Raikou, just because I can Calm Mind up on the Heatran and proceed to beat it. I'm thinking it's Scarf Keldeo, I'm not sure though, but if I knock out Heatran, then I would 100% win with my Latios anyway. So, and Raikou can beat the Keldeo upon switching, easily knock it out with the Thunderbolts. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that Volt Switch getting off the damage on Ferrothorn, and also that Shadow Ball into Venusaur really brought me back into this game. I'm just going to Calm Mind up right here, just because with the Zap Plate boost, and the fact that he's offensive Heatran, and also because his attacks can miss, I'm pretty sure I'll be doing a lot. So just going to go for Thunderbolt. I don't care if he switches out into Landers, as he does not. I do paralyze him, which is pretty nice, not going to lie. He has Taunt though, Taunt Toxic. I'm just going to hit him with a Thunderbolt, knock out the Heatran. Yeah, and now my Latios 100% wins the game. Nothing he goes out into can even knock me out. He doesn't even attempt to switch around. I'm not sure. Yeah, he doesn't even attempt to switch back and forth between Landers as well as Keldeo. So able to knock out Keldeo, and Landers is going to come out, and I will be able to knock that thing out with the HP Ice. So that Landers definitely caught me off guard early. Had to make some plays to get back into the game. Good game, dude. And something that I wanted to say was that, yes, he took out a Pokemon for free, basically. He ended up with a sub and got up an SD. And yes, you could have argued that, okay, well then maybe you should have HPI, so it was a safer play. But when you are this far behind, it was like 2 turns in and I was already down a Pokemon that was pretty crucial to me. Well, not that crucial, but Aerodactyl, especially because of the fact that he wasn't Choice Scarf Keldeo and he wasn't Scarf Heatran, although Aerodactyl does outspeed Scarf Tran anyway. It could have actually put some work, so I was behind and I felt like I had to make that play. It's not always necessary to make plays. That's something I do want to stress to you guys. That's also something I saw on my UCL match. I'm sorry that I'm talking a bit, but well, I'll look for a battle after I talk because I do want to say this. It's not always necessary to make plays, guys. When you have a safe, low risk way of winning 100% or close to 100%, it's smarter than banking off of a 50-50. And what if your opponent stays in and you expected them not to, and then you lost your Pokemon because of that, and now you have no way of losing unless your opponent chokes or you get insane amount of hacks. But that's something I do want to stress that I think some of you guys don't quite get just yet. This is not all of you, and I'm not insulting my subscribers at all. I used to think especially back in the day, I always used to make flashy plays no matter what. I never played safe, unless I was playing like a friend. But there are times and places to do things like that. You have to assess the situation, or I'm sorry, I was about to say assess the threat. I was thinking about the free-for-all I was in with Nappy. But you have to look at the situation, figure out what you got to do, look at team matchup, how you can win, and you know, it also, don't think in the turn you're in, think a couple turns ahead. Like, I figured I would win with Kama and Raikou after he confirmed that his, well, I had a plan to win with Raikou anyway once I got rid of Ferrothorn as well as Venusaur, and Latios already had a field day versus his team as well as Gengar. But that's just something you guys, I want to stress that, because if anything, I don't care if, I mean, maybe you watch me because you find me entertaining, I don't know, that still blows my mind if people do see that. But I do want to stress that people should play. Sorry, I got a game. I'm actually gonna lead off with Aerodactyl because I'm expecting to be Focus Sash Azo, and what I can do is actually just Aerial Ace and then Pursuit, or just Pursuit twice. So this is like Focus Sash Bear Hyper Offense, probably SD or Scarf. Don't I have this team? Probably Assault Vest, Life Orb, and then Charizard X, which is something that I'm, holy crap, really weak to. I got to keep my Azumarill healthy. But I'm going to lead off with Arrow, expecting him to lead off with his, not that. I didn't realize that actually had a field day versus my team as well. Nah, I did. But I'm going to switch directly into my Raikou right now. I can't stay in. He's going to Volt Switch. Even if he HP Ice is predicting my Garchomp, I don't care. As that does a decent amount of damage. I'm not sure if that's actually Specs. That looks like Specs damage, to be honest. But he goes out into his Azelf. I'm just going to Volt Switch on out of here because he's definitely going to go for Rocks. And I can go directly into my Aerodactyl and Mega Evolve and go for Pursuit, locking this Azelf in. Even if he goes for Boom right here or Psychic, it doesn't matter as he gets up those Rocks. I definitely want to get up my Rocks as quickly as possible, but I'm going to Pursuit right here, just Mega Evolve and Pursuit. His best switching after this would be Scizor, I would think, as I have a Garchomp for that, and I can get up my Stealth Rock, and I can scare that thing out. Though Scizor is a huge threat to this team. Why is this team Scizor check just Garchomp? I guess Raikou takes it on too, but he brings out that Scizor. I'm thinking he's Choice Bandit actually, and he's probably going to U-turn, but he could be a regular SD set. So I'm going to switch into my Garchomp right here. If he chooses to go for BP, that is fine. So he takes a bit of damage, as he actually chooses to go for Bug Bite, and that looks like Bandit damage. Or that's Life Orb. Wow, that actually did a lot for Life Orb. I'm just going to get on my Rocks because I need to break that Charizard, as well as help me out versus his Raikou, getting off some chip damage. He looks to be Scarf Garchomp, so I do need to keep my Azumarill alive, as well as some Levitators. But I'm just going to go for Earthquake right here, as he's able to knock me out. But he is going to take a hell of a lot of damage right here, and I am pretty sure my Raikou can live 1 BP, even with those the SD boost at 61%. I do resist it anyway. So gonna hit him with this. I do survive, as I'm able to hit him with the Thunderbolt, knocking him out, and Scizor is gone. This team actually does not, this team is so weak to Scizor, holy crap. I mean, it is offense, so what can I expect? But Charizard is gonna come out, and I'm just gonna go for Volt Switch because Charizard is one of the biggest threats to my team, if not the biggest threat. And I'm going to be able to go out into my Azumarill. If he does choose to Dragon Dance up, I can knock him out with Aqua Jet. If he Roost, which is his better play, I think, yep. I'm going to be able to go for the Play Rough anyway, and this is a Choice Bandit Play Rough. He has nothing to switch in. He Dragon Dances up. That is a misplay unless I miss. But I'm able to knock out the Charizard right now, which is pretty huge for me. And I'm thinking that, like I said, the way I was going to win this game was keeping my Azumarill alive because that Charizard was such a threat, and also saving Garchomp for Scizor, and then getting rid of Azelf. Now, I can actually, or potentially win with my, that's definitely Specs Raikou. I'm actually going to sack my, my own Raikou, and I can actually win with my Latios, so we'll see how that goes, though. As he ends up Volt Switching on out of there. I'm going to be able to go out to my Latios and just drop a Draco on something. I don't see the point. I'm pretty sure he Specs Raikou. I don't see the point in not going for Draco. There's no point in going for Psyshock because I know he Specs just based on the damage that he did to my own Raikou. And the fact that he later has to lock himself into Shadow Ball or HP Ice is huge because that means that my Gengar can come in or my Aerodactyl, and I can try and win with just Aqua Jetting with my Azumarill. So he sacks Gengar, which is the good play. Hopefully I do not miss. Which is one of the bad things about going for Draco Meteor, dropping a Draco on your opponent. You know, it sucks when it lands right next to them. You would think even the impact of you would think that even the impact of those rocks around, those meteors around, would scare the opponent. But I'm gonna drop another Draco just in case he is sub Salic or SD like that, as he actually turns out to be, the Choice Bandit set, and I believe my best play, the Choice Scarf set, sorry. My best play is definitely going for Waterfall, because I want to 100% be able to knock out the Raikou. He actually ends up staying in, so he even takes the Choice Bandit Waterfall, and yeah, I can just go right for the Waterfall once again, and if he wants to, he can definitely lock himself into Thunderbolt, and I don't know how much a CB Azumaro's Aqua Jet does. What do I have on this thing to hit him? I'm going to run a quick calc just because I'm not sure how much CB Azumaro's Aqua Jet does to Raikou. Because I have to save Azumarill. Raikou. One of the things I don't like about Choice Specs Raikou is, holy crap, that does a lot. It's just, there's so many ground types and so many great Pokemon to take advantage of it. But I have to sack Gengar right here to the Choice Specs Thunderbolt, as I'm going to go out into my Azumarill now, get off the damage with this Aqua Jet, and then be able to win with my, he's definitely Specs because he knocked out my Gengar, unless he's like Choice Scarf, I'm honest. But his Garchomp was Choice Scarf. Didn't I have this team? I swear I did a session of this team, but something over Charizard. I'm going to be able to get off the Choice Bandit Aqua Jet, and the reason he stayed in is because Raikou was probably his best bet of winning, as opposed to Garchomp, because I did have Azumarill, a Fairy type, which can dodge his. Do I have to go for Stone Edge to win this game? I think I do. What is this? Oh yeah, it's talking with MB. Mega Aerodactyl. This is Jolly. Alright, what the hell is this spread? Who uses that? Why? Aerial Ace does 25 to 30%. That's not enough. Aqua Tail is more accurate than Stone Edge, so we'll go for that. And it does connect, so I'm able to knock out the Raikou, and that is going to be a good game. So a solid 1-0 in my favor. Close 1-0, rather, than solid. Or I think close is the better word. But we're going to look for another battle, guys. I'm going to pause it until we find one. Be right back. Not bad. You guys saw I had one, but Azumarill has a field day versus my opponent's team. His switch-ins consist of Keldeo and I guess Metagross, really. It's definitely a Stealth Rock Landers, which is something I am okay with. I'm actually going to lead off with my Latios just to scare that Landers. Do I have to do that? No. I have to keep my Garchomp healthy for his Bisharp. My Gengar puts in a lot of work versus his team. I kind of want to lead off with a Azumarill just to get off a huge hit early and then open up the door for my Aerodactyl to win. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to be winning this game with either Gengar or even Raikou just doing some late game cleaning up, as long as I weaken his Latios. It could be Stealth Rock, Clefable plus Landorus, but I don't know. But I'm going to lead off with my Choice Bandit Azumarill just because it has no switch-ins on my opponent's side of the field, as it leads off with Landorus. And what I can do is just go right for the Waterfall. It is Choice Bandit, though I am -1 due to Intimidate. I want to weaken Landorus T anyway, just for my Aerodactyl. And he ends up just flat out switching into Clefable, which is fine, as I'm able to get off a lot of damage. That is... Ooh, let me just go for the flinch. Might as well. I don't see a reason not to. So I'm able to get off that flinch. I was honestly my best play. I guess he could have T-Waved me, but there was no way I was... What was my switching? I don't want my Gengar getting T-Waved. I'd rather risk my Azumarill. I know I'm faster, and though it's not in my favor, I mean, look how much damage I was doing with a -1. So weakening Clefable is pretty big for my Raikou. Just in case he was a Calm Mind one, or even for my Aerodactyl, that way I don't have to risk Stone Edge, and my Latios also, but Latios is still checked by his Bisharp as well as his Metagross, so I'm able to knock out the Clefable, which is really nice. The one bad thing is now he can bring out Metagross and Mega Evolve, which is scary. I don't want to go directly into my Garchomp, just because I feel like it's a poor play. Because I don't want, I don't want my Azumarill also getting weakened, but I also don't want my Garchomp to get hit with an Ice Punch upon switching. I might just hit him with the Waterfall just to do some damage to him. Don't necessarily need health on this thing. What is useless to me though? Aerodactyl doesn't do so much bar checking Keldeo, as well as I guess Latios to an extent. What is my best play? Latios checks Keldeo as well as his own Latios to an extent, and as well as Landorus T. Raikou can win the game, so I don't want to switch. And Garchomp is really pressured. If he goes for Ice Punch, that could be bad. So I think what I'll do is probably sack my Aerodactyl. Yeah, I'll sack my Aerodactyl right here to his attack. I don't want to risk him going for Ice Punch, predicting my Garchomp. I don't care if he Ice Punches my Aerodactyl either, as he goes right for Meteor Mash and he's able to knock me out. Does not get the attack raise though, as I'm going to be able to go out into my Garchomp. And I believe I'm going to go for my Stealth Rock, just because I can live one Ice Punch. If he does choose to Ice Punch me right here though, if he does choose to Ice Punch me, then that's bad, but I expected him to actually switch out into not Keldeo, but to his Landorus. But Keldeo ends up coming out. Gonna go out into my Latios, even though I just switched in the Dragon type to the Dragon type in a potential Icy Wind. But I'm actually gonna double out into my Raikou. Though it is my win condition, I'm not expecting him to stay in. I'm expecting him to go to either Bisharp or Metagross, and if I can get off some Volt Switch damage on that Metagross, I'll be happy with that. So that's definitely specs, by the way, as he ends up switching out into his Latios. Don't know why he switched on to Latios when Draco was my best play, but I guess he was, actually no, he was trying to Pursuit Trap me. Makes sense. But I'm just going to Volt Switch on out of there, get off a bit of damage on his Latios. Granted, losing the rocks kind of sucks because he can easily defog, but should be okay to go. That's definitely specs Keldeo as well. I can tell by the damage. Scald did 30% to a resisted Pokemon such as that. So I'm able to get off a bit of damage, which is nice. He's definitely going to go for either the defog or the Psyshock. What is my play if he goes for Psy? I have to go out to Azumarill. I don't have any other play. Yeah, as he goes for Psyshock. Unfortunately, he gets a crit. I'm actually just going to go for Aqua Jet just to get off some damage. I mean, if he defogs, it's fine as well. I'm going to go for Aqua Jet just to get off a bit of damage on his Latios to the point where I can put him in range of HP Ice. If he defogs, then he defogs. But he does not, so I'm going to be able to go out into my Raikou now and click Hidden Power Ice. I don't want to click Thunderbolt because I can always click it after, but I'm able to knock out his Latios. I did trade my Azumarill for that, but because his Keldeo is specs and he doesn't know what my Raikou is just yet, he might think I'm Choice Specs just based on the Zap Plate damage, as Bisharp is going to come out. Now, Bisharp is a threat and a half. I feel like I need to Volt Switch on out of there, so I am, just to get off a bit of damage, as I'm going to be able to go out to my Garchomp. He does not Pursuit, which is good. So he's going to be taking all this extra damage from Rough Skin and from a potential Life Orb from Rocky Helmet, and I'm just going to go right for Dragon Tail just in case he wants to switch out into Landorus T, keeping Bisharp alive. But he does choose to go for the Sucker Punch, which is good, as I'm able to knock him out with the Dragon Tail. And that is one check to my Latios gone. He can now go out to Landorus if he wants to, or Keldeo. Goes out to Landorus. I'm not expecting him to U-turn right here, so what I'm actually going to do is go out to my Latios and just drop a Draco on this guy. If I get off damage on Metagross, I win with, oh, he does U-turn. Wait, is he Choice Scarf Landorus? Okay, that could be bad. I thought this whole time he was defensive, though. But Metagross is going to come out, and I think I have to risk the Speed Tie with my Gengar. I didn't even think about him potentially being Choice Scarf Landorus, because I did a lot. But I'm going to risk the Speed Tie right here. If we get it, we can knock him out. I believe this is a Life Orb Shadow Ball. I'm not sure, though. But now I have to... I might have messed up. Especially now because I have to keep 2 Pokemon alive in order to win the game. But we do get the Speed Tie right there, as he is going to go out to Landorus. And I'm actually going to go into my Garchomp just in case he is Choice Scarf. Because then I have to win by winning a 50-50 or that. But goes for knockoff, as he is going to take the damage right there. And what I'm actually going to do is just go right for the Dragon Tail. Just to get him on out of there, honestly. Put him in range of Shadow Ball pretty easily. And Keldeo is going to come out. I'll just be able to go for Earthquake right now, knocking him out, as my Raikou will be able to come out and just click Thunderbolt. I think he has to go out into Landorus, honestly, but I'm just going to click Thunderbolt. Thank you, Drape Tamania, as his Landorus can come out, which is great. I didn't even... See, this was another misplay on my part. I didn't even think he would be Choice Scarf Landorus, just because Well, one, his team is so weak to Bisharp, but that doesn't honestly help. His team is so weak to birds, is the thing. Like, when you've been playing as long as I have, well, this is something that also Jamvad and other people I know obviously get. When you see a team, you can, you know, you can break down the team at team preview. I didn't expect him to be a Choice Scarf Landorus, because even though he doesn't necessarily have speed on his team, he has really fast Pokemon. And by speed I mean Choice Scarf users and stuff like that. And he's super weak to Pokemon like Lopunny, to Pokemon like Birds, Talonflame, Pinsir, stuff like that. So I didn't expect him to actually not be a defensive Landorus, and that almost blew me back. But good game, able to win that, come out on top. That speed tie with Gengar obviously helped. I'm gonna pause it until we get into the battle. We'll be right back. Alright, so we have found another battle. Now my opponent's team is scary. I think that I don't even know if my Raikou can actually put in some work. I'm scared of his Charizard X 100%. How do I prevent that from actually sweeping me? I keep my Azumarill healthy. That's honestly the only way. I kind of want to get up rocks, though he does have that Weavile, which just destroys my team. Gengar, though it's useful, I just want to use it to get off damage as quickly as possible. Yeah, ends up leading off with that Rotom, which is something that I kind of expected. And I just want to get off as much damage as possible as he's Choice Scarf Rotom. Alright, that just became even more of a threat. I just go for Sludge Wave as I'm able to hit the Weavile upon switching, which is really nice. Doing a nice amount of damage as I'm good with him sacking his Weavile. I'm actually just going to go for Shadow Ball right here, as it is going to be a double down. He has Life Orb, so Weavile being gone is pretty big for me. The fact that he is Choice Scarf Rotom, though, makes him a threat. But Weavile being gone is nice because he doesn't have Suit Trapper anymore. So I'm going to be able to go out to my Latios right now and just drop Draco. You feel me? I can go for Psy Shock right here as he's Choice Scarf Terrakion. Why does this guy have like 9 million Choice Scarf users? But at least is Excadrill Scarf too, bro? Is Celebi Scarf? But I'm able to knock out the Terrakion. I didn't even think he could be Choice Scarf right there, as I'm going to be able to recover off on this unless he goes for HP Ice. As he goes for Will-O-Wisp and misses, which is nice. I'm able to get off that recover, and I don't want to drop a Draco just yet. I don't want to drop a Draco because then Charizard could come in, so I'm actually just going to go for Psy Shock right here to do some damage to his Rotom. I don't know why he locked himself in the Will-O-Wisp when he has Choice Scarf, but I'll be able to go for Psy Shock, and I'm going to be able to do a bit of damage. Why do you have Scarf Rotom? But I don't know why he went for Will-O-Wisp, honestly. I don't even know if Hydro Pump knocks me out, and I've never seen Scarf Rotom in this gen, simply because there's so many powerful attackers that you need Rotom to be defensive for, so it completely outclasses the Scarf set. But when I have also myself used Scarf Rotom, I know that makes no sense. I've never seen Scarf Rotom, and but when I have seen them, I have seen defensive. In early XY, when Kangaskhan, Mega Kangaskhan was allowed, and I definitely agree with you, Trep. When Mega Kangaskhan is allowed, as well as Mega Lucario, people would use Choice Scarf Will-O-Wisp Rotom, and it was really defensive, and it just had enough speed for those Pokemon. So I'm going to be able to go for Psy Shock right here and do some nice damage to his Rotom, as I'm actually just going to go for Recover one more time. He is now in range of Choice Bandit, or Choice Scarf, Choice Bandit, wow. Choice Scarf, Choice Bandit, yeah. Choice Bandit Aqua Jet. So I'm going to switch on to my Garchomp because even though he is Mold Breaker, we'll find out what type of set he is as he goes for Sub. I think I'm just going to go for Earthquake right here. Oh, that actually does nothing. His Earthquake did nothing. I'm going to go for my Stealth Rock because if he chooses to go for Rapid Spin, he'll take all the damage and I'll be able to knock him out. So I'm just going to go right for Earthquake right here. Like I said, if he goes for the Rapid Spin, he'll take a lot of damage and I'll be able to prevent this Excadrill or even Charizard from setting up. So he's able to knock me out with that, as I know you can knock him out with Aqua Tail. At least I'm pretty sure. I am pretty positive. This is Tough Claws boosted. And I feel like I have to go into Aerodactyl. But I don't want to just lock myself in Aqua Jet and have Charizard set up. Or even Celebi come in. I want to kill the Aerodactyl. I want to kill the Excadrill. I don't know what the hell it runs. I'm just going to assume it's, let's say it's 252 HP, whatever. Okay, Aqua Tail still locks it out. So I'm just going to go out to my Aerodactyl. And yeah, I am recording, bruh. And just Mega Evolve and go right for Aqua Tail. Hopefully I do connect because I will be able to keep up my rocks, which ensures pretty much victory because Aerodactyl can actually win versus my opponent's team. I don't even think Choice Scarf... Mom, get the camera. as I do connect, so extra control is going to go down rather, which means I can potentially win. Well, if he's max speed Rotom, he does outspeed me by... Cool, you should upload. I plan on it, bro. See, I don't mind this. Even though I do usually ignore spectators, I don't mind if it's just casual chat like this, so I can watch myself get fiddled. But I'm actually going to do is go out to Raikou, because if he chooses to go for Aqua Jet, then I can go out into my Latios, and Raikou is the Pokemon that gives me the switch initiative. He actually chooses to go for Volt Switch, so he will go down to Rocks, as he is going to go out to Celebi, and yeah, just Volt Switch on out of there, honestly. I can go out into my, even if it's just Thunder Wave, I can just go out to Aerodactyl. Even if he has sub, Aerodactyl's the best play, because even if he tries to Baton Pass into Charizard, I can win. I feel the Assault Vest in you. I'm Zap Play, buddy. I'm not going to tell him, though, but that does a hell of a lot, as he's able to smack him with energy. Oh my god, we're bringing it back to DPP, but, yeah. That literally did 0. As I'm just going to go for Pursuit to knock him out. And if Charizard wants to come out, which it kind of has to, I'll just be able to go right for the... just be able to go for Aerial Ace. Aerial Ace, I think, is my best play. Doing consistent damage. And if he Roost, I guess I'll go for Stone Edge. Because at the end of the day, because my Azumarill is at full, I can win the game. But I'm just going to go right for Aerial Ace. Misses out on the KO, as he is going to Dragon Dance up. And I'll be able to go for Stone Edge right here, as he's able to knock me out the Dragon Claw. So he doesn't even bother going for Roost. I guess because he also had to risk the Stone Edge miss. But when you're in the back like this, I think you kind of had to. But it doesn't matter, as I'm going to be able to pick this thing off with the Aqua Jet. And Rotom Wash is going to be able to get trampled upon by those rocks upon switching. Even if he went for Roost, I mean, granted, I think Roost was his best play too. I think Roost was definitely his best play, but of course he had to wait for, or he had to hope for a Stone Edge miss. But in that situation, hey, thanks, man. In that situation, though, you kind of, that's the play you have to make. When you're in the back like that, you have to go off your only chance of winning. That's also something that I want people to learn from my videos, because, you know, again, I try to teach with this. So, yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed. Of course, you know, Pokemon is also a bit of, Pokemon is basically a lot of RNG. That game where I won the Gengar Speed tie would have been in his favor if I didn't. Of course, it was in my favor because I did. I mean, it's just some stuff that you have to accept when it comes to Pokemon. But I hope you guys all enjoyed. I'm glad that you guys all loved Subhub the other day. Not yesterday, because yesterday I did Gold Randomizer. But Subhub, I'm really glad that you guys are loving that series. I did see a comment about saying you should make it shorter. That's something I don't want to do. One, because most of my videos are around 45 minutes anyway. Just the solo lives I tend to do around 32 minutes ish, 35 minutes ish, just because I tend to get like 4 games and stuff like that. But Subhub is something that I'm trying to use 4 different teams. I'm trying to get 2 battles with each, so that is going to be a longer, that's going to be longer 100%. I'll definitely try and make sure my EV spreads are right, because they are right when I import them. I mean, granted, it imports weirdly through YouTube comments, and I have to like put a space and a dash and all this stuff. But yeah, I'll definitely do my best to, you know, to have that uploaded again, probably around Sunday. I want to make that a weekly series as well. But I hope you guys all enjoyed. Feel free to leave a like if you did. Thank you everybody for the support. I've actually hit 86,000 subscribers. And I am very thankful for all of you guys. Thank you for everybody also supporting the Bronze Bear Takes. Yo, hashtag Bronze Bear Takes, man. No, I don't say use hashtags. I spam hashtags on other people's videos, but I don't say use them. But thank you everybody for watching. Of course, leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you would want to. You know, maybe you want to see some more content. And until next time, guys, later.